Greetings everyone, I am an intern at the Law Minds and today our topic is about the judicial review. So we will talk about what is judicial review, how it is important under our constitution and how crucial role it plays in our democracy. Okay, so let's get started. So our first topic is about the meaning of the judicial review. Okay, so we will see like judicial review is nothing but it is the power that is given to the court, mainly the Supreme Court or the High Court, to examine the laws or the government actions and check if they are consistent with the constitution or not. Okay, so basically what it means there are certain powers that has been provided to our Supreme Court or the High Court or different type of court to see or to keep in check whether the works that are done by the government or any other, whether they are under control or not. So basically this is what a judicial review means, nothing else. So we will see from where it is originated actually. Okay, everything has its origin and everything has its origin point, so we will see from where it has been originated. So it is originated from a case that is in 1803 from the US called the Marbury versus Madison, where the Supreme Court declared the authority to strike down unconstitutional laws. Okay, in simple words we can say that the government can like if any law or the government, if it violates the rights or the provisions that has been laid by the constitution, then the court has the power to nullify the law and make it voidable. Okay, I hope you guys know what voidable means. Voidable means it was valid till one point, but after some situation or some circumstances it became void. So that means voidable. Okay, that's it all about the judicial review. So our next topic is the judicial review in Indian constitution. So in our India, the constitution mainly gives the Supreme Court and High Court the power to review the all of the works or the actions that has been done by any law or the government to keep under review. Okay, it means that these courts act as a guardian for the constitution and ensure that no law or the government can go against it. Okay, everyone has to keep under check, everyone has to follow some rules and orders. So in the Indian so the main case law we can see in the Keshwanand Bharti case, which you all must have been known till now. So here they stated that the judicial review is a part of the constitution's basic structure and it cannot be taken away. Okay, it means that if all of us know that no one is above the law, not even the court, no one is above the law, not even the government. So if anyone makes any mistakes, then the Supreme Court or the High Court, they have the power to review it. Okay, because no one is above the law. That's it. Okay, so this was all about this second topic, which is our judicial review in Indian constitution. Okay, so our next topic is the categories of the judicial review, which is given by the Justice Muhammad Shah Qadri. Okay, so he explained that the judicial review in India, it happens in three main steps. Okay, so the first is when changes or amendments are made to the constitution, the court checks if they violate the personal liberty or the rights of the people or anything. Okay, second, the courts examine that the laws passed by the parliament or the state assemblies to make sure they adhere to the constitution. Okay, so the first is if the changes or the amendments that are made in our constitution that doesn't violate the rights, that will be checked by the court. And the secondly, they will see the laws that are passed by the parliament or the state assemblies to see they adhere to the constitution. Okay, then third, the court will scrutinize any administrative actions by the government authorities like the orders or the policies. Okay, they will scrutinize, they will cancel it, they will nullify it if it goes against the constitution or if it violates the constitution. Okay, so that's it for the next topic. And now we will move on to our next topic, which is the importance of the judicial review. So till now, whatever we have discussed, you all must have some idea about how important it can be, because if in a home, if there is a child, there will be a guardian. Why a guardian is necessary? In order to keep in check if the child is living in a disciplined way, if he or she is maintaining a decorum in his life or not. Guardian will look after that. In school, there are teachers. In college, there are professors. In universities, there are other people who will look after a child. Like that only, judicial review is a very important thing in our democracy. So, because it makes sure that the constitution remains the supreme law of the land and that the all government actions comply with it, which means that the constitution that needs to be the head, okay, and all of the government procedures that are happening, that they all should what respect the government, okay, and the government would respect the what the constitution. It is very important, otherwise the state will become very violent and nothing will be under control. It will more than democracy, it will feel like a monarchical government, okay. So as we all know that in central may some party will form their government, in state may some party will form their government, and sometimes there may be rifts going on between them. So whose duty is it to look after them? Whose duty it is to maintain a peace and order between them, to maintain a balance between them? So basically it is the duty of the constitution to look after if both the state and the the center are in a disciplined way, okay. The power, the government is like the two tire of a cycle, okay. The front tire is the central and the back tire is the state government. If one of the tire fails to do its work, then everything is just useless, like that only, okay. And or if suppose central government becomes more powerful than the state government, what will happen? Then the state will be overlooked. The state will not get some benefit that has been provided by the central government, that has been mentioned in the our law or in the private liberty or anything we can say, okay. Mostly people have individual freedom, we all know. Everyone has a right to speech, right to liberty, right to freedom, everything we have, okay. But just because we have right to speech doesn't mean we can say anything we want to say. Everything has a limit, and who is behind that to regulate it? The constitution will see whether if people are utilizing their rights in a right way or they're misutilizing it, okay. Now the key constitutional provisions, okay. So now we will see that topic. So there are mainly three constitutional power, like there are several, but the main three are the Article 13. It invalidates any law that conflicts with the fundamental right. And in the last video we have seen about the jurisdiction, which says the Article 32. It allows any person whose right has been violated can directly approach to the Supreme Court to file a writ petition, okay. And other important articles we can see from the 131 to 136. It defines the powers and the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court or High Court to hear or decide on each case, okay. I hope the topic is clear. Now we will go to landmark judgment or the Supreme Court cases. So many of them are there, as I have already discussed about the two, that is the Marbury and the Medicine case from the US, and in the global level in India the Keshwan Bharti case. It established the judicial review as a very important part of our Indian constitution, okay. Other cases are also there, like the Golaknath and Minerva Mills, and these rulings ensure that the courts act as a check against the arbitrary legislative or executive. That's it, nothing else, okay. This is all about the judicial review. It is a very easy topic. So now we will go to our conclusion, that is like judicial review is a crucial mechanism that keeps our constitution and it protects the right of the citizens, okay. It basically acts as a watchdog that against any abuse or power by the government, ensuring that the fairness and justice. Okay, understanding this power help us appreciate how democracy functions and how smoothly everything goes and how our rights are safeguarded. Okay, that's it, nothing else. Judicial review is basically about keeping a check on the law and the government to not misuse their power against the citizen, as well as for the citizen to not misuse their personal liberty and personal freedom in the name of what? Fundamental rights. Okay, I hope everything is clear. So this is it for this video. Thank you all for your patience, and if you have any doubt you can comment below and ask me that. Thank you all.